The world of modern healthcare is always changing, and with that, nursing care and licensure should be just as dynamic. That's why Ohio has joined the Nurse Licensure Compact. The NLC allows nursing to be flexible and adaptable, meeting the needs of nurses, employers, and patients. But what is the NLC? The NLC is an agreement among participating states that allows RNs and LPNs to practice in any NLC state on one multi-state license. If a nurse's primary state of residence, or PSOR, is a compact state and they meet the requirements, they can choose an MSL and provide nursing care in all compact states. The NLC enhances information sharing and it reduces the time and cost of redundant licensure and regulatory processes. An MSL is like a driver's license. The state where a nurse lives issues their license, but they can also travel to other states without having to hold a separate license in those states. The NLC allows you to hire a nurse with an MSL from any other NLC state without them holding a separate license in Ohio. The NLC has uniform licensure requirements for all multi-state license holders. To be eligible for a multi-state license, a nurse's PSOR must be a fully implemented member of the NLC. Nurses must also meet 11 eligibility requirements, including a successful completion of accredited nursing programs and thorough state and federal criminal background checks. Now that you understand the requirements your nurses need to meet to be eligible for an MSL, let's talk about all the ways hiring nurses with an MSL can benefit employers. The NLC enhances public protection, access to care, and nurse mobility. It also reduces the time and expense nurses face when applying for multiple single-state licenses and meeting continuing education requirements from different states. The NLC also makes it easier to hire military, travel, and VA nurses. Although they can have a license anywhere in the country, when practicing in a civilian facility, they aren't covered under federal supremacy. Having their MSL allows them to seamlessly transfer to civilian facilities in Ohio and beyond. A multi-state license can help remove cost barriers for organizations that employ nurses and share the cost of multiple licenses. Especially for national healthcare organizations who have locations all over the country, many of your nurses will now only need to maintain their MSL to work in any of your healthcare facilities in other compact states. Your nurses can practice physically, via telehealth, or via other electronic means with their multi-state license. This also removes the burden and stress of caring for patients who are away. With a multi-state license, RNs and LPNs are able to quickly cross state borders and provide vital services in the event of a disaster or a public emergency. And because the NLC has uniform licensure requirements, employers in all NLC states can be confident that nurses with an MSL have met the same standard set of requirements. What does all of this mean for you as an employer? It means that when a nurse has their MSL, they can be available in a compact state immediately because they have authority to practice in that state. The NLC has uniform licensure requirements for all multi-state license holders. Employers can be confident that nurses practicing within other compact states have met a standardized set of requirements. As more nurses convert to an MSL, the more skilled candidates Ohio employers have in developing their workforce and adding to the team's success, morale, and productivity. Now, you might be asking yourself, how can we make sure the nurses we are hiring are actively licensed and don't have any encumbrances on their license? The answer? Nurses.com. Nurses is a licensure and disciplinary database that serves as a repository of data provided directly from state boards of nursing. Nurses.com is the only national database for verification of nurse licensure, discipline, and practice privileges, and it includes all states in the NLC. Employers can quickly verify whether potential employees hold a multi-state license. Nurses e-Notify is a free notification service that provides automated license status updates on any registered nurse. With the Nurses e-Notify function, employers can receive license expiration and disciplinary status updates on any license a nurse holds. Under the NLC, Ohio employers should register their nursing workforce in nurses.com. Nurses registration allows an employer to receive a notice of disciplinary action taken on any license a nurse holds in the United States. In Ohio, employers that hire out-of-state nurses with an MSL must follow all reporting requirements determined by the Ohio legislature. The Nurse Licensure Compact expands recruitment and career options for nurse employers and nurses while ensuring high-level uniform licensure requirements across all NLC states.